All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Bonnie Lake Chamber Collective. This is our Zooming into Success series. I'm Dr. Danielle Lord. I guess I'm the unofficial hostess of the program. And today we are excited to have Kimberly Campbell with us. And Kimberly is, you're the principal, Kimberly, of Campbell Tax and Accounting, I'm going to guess.
Yeah,
Pick up a title for you.
I'm the main gal.
You're the main gal. All right,
Mhm.
very good. And so I'm happy to have you with us. And today you're going to talk about, oops, I should get into the chat here so I can read today's really a very exciting topic. And I really like this idea: freedom to grow, how AI can help you reclaim your time and build the business of your dreams. And, you know, given the work that I do in leadership development, organizational development, I am constantly telling businesses we have got to get out of this old dead scientific management model of task and productivity and make it about the humans that function and exist within our organizations. So, Kimberly, I think this is a perfect topic today, because if we can rely on AI to do those tasky things, then we can use all that energy and focus in putting it into the people and the relationships. So welcome to the show. I'm going to let you take it away, and should be a great conversation.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I agree. Give AI all the work that you don't want to do. I think you have to turn on sharing. It says the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting. I do have a slide. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, you should be good.
I think I am good. Okay, let's go to presenter view, continue to share. Good. Okay. So yeah, hold on. Now my video seems to be okay. Can you all hear me okay? My video stopped, but it seems like my voice is just
Your
fine.
audio is great. We can definitely still hear you, and I can definitely see your screen, so you're good to go.
All right, let's move on. All right, agenda. So we're going to talk about the challenge and opportunity. So why did I get into this? What did I see that made me go, maybe tech is the answer for me? We're going to go through a little bit of the basics. So AI and LLM basics, large language model, just to give us a little bit of background on what we're doing. We're going to go through the model. So I use a 3-part model in my business, and I use it across all the disciplines: marketing, finance, operations, everything. I'm going to give you a ton of real life applications and example prompts. If at any time you want me to stop, if one particularly speaks to you and maybe we want to dive in a little bit deeper on it, definitely stop me. We can brainstorm through like real life problems that you're having in your business and how to solve those using AI. I'm going to talk about prompt engineering, so how to make really good prompts. Basically, how are we talking to our AI to get the best output possible? I've got a few example prompts that I think are really powerful, that I'm going to go ahead and share my chat GPT. I'm a chat GPT girl. There is tons of large language models out there. I started with this particular one like 2.5 years ago. So I've stuck with it just because it's fully programmed to what I'm doing. But others would be like Gemini. I think Gronk is one. Google's is Gemini. Claude is an up and coming one. So all of those are based on the same kind of large language model deal. The challenge, I'm going to start my video again and see if I can get both going. The challenge is wearing many hats. So as we know, when we're a startup, we are doing everything. So there's a point in our growth where we need to separate ourselves from doing everything and focus on the main things we're good at. An electrician gets into electrical because they are a phenomenal electrician, right? They are maybe not a phenomenal marketing person or bookkeeper. So all of those things that kind of take our attention away from the main thing that we need to do, can be partially replaced by AI. So AI refers to software or hardware that performs tasks requiring human intelligence, such as recognizing patterns, writing copy, or forecasting demand. A typical small business owner spends a lot of their time on operating, marketing, and finance, leaving little room for strategy, what we're really good at. So what are they? What are we working with here? Large language models are trained on massive data sets of text. So some places that they get their data are like public websites, books, literature, code repositories, Common Crawl, which is people's web activity, licensed data sets, and then lastly, human generation. So what other humans are feeding into the system. It's learning and having data sets based on those things. I think this is a really cool fact, and I always kind of have trouble wrapping my head around it, but they use probabilities to predict the next word. So whatever input you're putting in, it's thinking, what is the next most probable thing based on my data that I could say? For small businesses, I mean, it's a game changer. It provides fast, intelligent help without hiring full-time staff. So when I originally was like, hey, I'm going to expand a little bit, I'm going to expand my business beyond just me, I thought, well, there's probably 3 ways to do that, right? I could hire people, I could outsource, or I could see what tech could do for me. And I leaned super heavy into the tech option, probably mostly based on like how our industry is. So in my industry in particular, I'm an accountant. We have a ton of client availability. So essentially every small business needs an accountant, right? But our bottleneck is always hiring. So it's finding great accountants to work. So I thought, well, if my business model is based on having to hire the best admin staff, the best people, then that's going to be a really hard way to do it. So I leaned really heavy into AI just to see what kind of human-like tasks that it could take off my plate. Why do this? Why would we get into this? It's saving AI adoption saves time and money, creates productivity improvements, and most of all, like we'll continue to talk about the whole time, it frees up professionals from manual tasks and gives them more time for high impact work. And that's where it is. That's the whole thing, in my opinion. Any questions so far?
No, that predictability of the next word. Wow, that did blow my mind too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's not
Kimberly?
actually just straight pulling from the internet. It's actually
Yeah.
running through probabilities. That's how it's
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Kimberly, I use this all the time, by the way. I'm working more into how I do my pricing and so on, but I use it every day, AI. So I'm pretty familiar, but how make it all work for me is I don't know real well.
Oh, I love it. So as I'm going through this, I want to hear like the different ways that you're using it as well, because I think there's a lot of similarities no matter what industry you're in. There's some basic things that I think all small businesses could kind of be using it for. Are you with Chat GPT or do you have another one that you like?
Chat GPT, past year and a half. I pay him every month.
Love it.
You should know that. You do my books.
Oh, that's right. I'm not in the details anymore because I've used AI to get myself out of doing everything.
That's good. Excellent.
Okay, so this is the model that I use. These are like the 3 main areas that I'm using this for. Ideation, creation, and optimization. So ideation is brainstorming and strategic thinking. So think of like, my best example for this is like you've got an email and you know you need to respond to it, right? Maybe it's an email where a client's not particularly happy, or maybe you're not particularly happy with the customer. So it needs to be, so you are in front of your computer, you write it, you delete it, You rewrite it again, maybe change the tone a little bit. Delete that sentence. No. So you're sitting there trying to reorganize this email for an obscene amount of time. So ideation is replacing that blank page syndrome, that I don't know where to go, with some direction. And then step 2 is creation. So once you have it generate the ideas for you, then it can go and create whatever you need based on those ideas. Whatever ideas you like, you pick and choose, you have it create what you need based on those. Hi, Zoom user. I love that everyone here, like 2 out of the 5 people here are my clients. I am super excited about that. Third one, optimization. So now we're taking what we already have existing and we're saying make it better, whether that's content, whether that's processes we already have in place. We're saying, okay, here's what I've got, here's where I want to go, tell me how to get there. Cool. So now
Kimberly, back to
yeah.
what you were talking about. I
Yeah.
use that first part all the time. I get an email from a client. Would you tell me how to respond to this question? Or this is what's going on. What do you think I should say? What should I do? And then we refine it to what, and most all of my customers get a reply from Chat GPT that I like to make it sound better. The clients know what I'm really talking about. Because I really get confused sometimes by emails, as you know, my type of business stuff.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. I mean, it just puts everything, it just finds exactly what you want to say and puts it in the tone that you want to say it. Super helpful.
Including pricing that way too.
Yes. Oh, 100%. And it's great once you've been using it for a while, and you can program these things in as well, but once you've been using it for a while, it knows exactly how you talk. So it's not going to put out something that sounds like AI or whatever. It's going to put out something that sounds like how you would normally sound. Oh, my video again. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to kind of go through, it's a 3-part model: ideation, creation, optimization. So now I'm going to kind of go through a bunch of examples in each category of ways we could implement these into our business and ways we could use these things to save time. So for marketing ideation, we're talking about like brainstorming social media campaigns, creating lead magnet concepts, which are like stuff for clients, like quizzes, questionnaires, checklists, guides, things you give them for free to tell them you know what you're talking about. Third would be developing unique value propositions and taglines. So once it knows your brand, it can kind of tell you what your brand is. So one way that I use this specifically recently is we redid our whole website, right? So then my marketing gal's asking me for, okay, what's your vision? What's your mission statement? What are some taglines we can use on this? And I went, gosh, I don't know. I'm not a marketing person. How the heck would I know that, right? And so Chat GPT knew my business. And so I asked it, okay, well, this is what my marketing gal is asking me for. Create me some things to choose from. Create me some ideas. Brainstorming social media campaigns and other content as well, blog content. Example prompt would be like, what are 5 creative Instagram post ideas for a landscaping company in the spring? Or brainstorm content themes for a home cleaning business that wants to focus on time-saving tips for busy families. So anything where you're kind of giving it some background and getting some ideas. Anybody using it for marketing ideas? Yeah. Good.
Yeah, we do a whole platform as a marketing company. We completely help businesses automate with AI, from voice AI to text AI, conversational stuff, as well as all the other goodies as well.
That's awesome. Are you doing it? Are you doing phone-based AI
Yep.
as well?
Yes.
How's that working out? Is it pretty conversational? Are
Yeah, if you want
customers liking it?
Yeah, if anybody wants to demo it, you can go to redrovermarketing.com
Okay.
and just click on the try the demo free.
Yeah.
And she'll text you it goes into a workflow. So Jessica, the AI, will text you a phone number to call, and then you call that number, and then she will actually go through and she'll get a bunch of information about your business, and then she'll do a role play with you to show you how she would answer the phone if she was answering the phones for your business.
Yes. And then you kind of have to load in. Do you kind of have to load in like the answers?
So she gets all the answers from the client
Okay.
that she needs, but we have a script that we put together of here's the different steps, here's the different things you need to be asking for, here's the requirements, here's things that you don't want to do, don't make anything up, don't guess, don't or what you have to be very specific. So it's probably the 5 or 6 pages of prompts that are pre-programmed for her to learn.
Yeah.
And then we also send her through through our website so she can get all the information, scrape all the information off the website and become an expert there, and can answer any questions. And if she doesn't know the questions, she can get a text to me or or an email, and we can follow up with it. So anyway, I don't
Oh,
want to
I
take your
think
time.
that's a phenomenal solution. Far better than outsourcing overseas.
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. She sounds like a regular person.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't even know that there's an issue. Right now, she's still kind of in training, but she's progressively getting better with each engagement.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
And
to
we
hear
send you a
that.
recording of the call. So you get a recording of what happened on the call, a transcript of the call, all of their contact information and stuff like that. So you can really kind of you can hear the conversation. So you know whether you're getting we're hitting the target, so to speak. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. And something you would had to either do yourself or pay someone else to do is now being done for you and frees up your time to do other things. Yep, that's right on. And I liked what you said about inputting the data. It's all about the input. It's all
the
about the prompt.
prompts. Yeah, the
What
prompts are the separator from the amateur and the professionals.
that's
Knowing the
right.
right prompts to put into the system and playing with those prompts until you get the responses that you really are looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Um, cool. Let's move on to finance. Um, ways to generate ideas in the finance realm. How about exploring pricing strategies and models? Tom, you touched on that as well. Um, so a great example prompt there would be like brainstorm ways I could raise prices without losing customers in a home cleaning business. Or how can I bundle services in a way that increases revenue for a small IT firm? Um, Second, generate financial metrics to track. What KPIs should I be using as a retail business? Give me some ideas. Identify cost saving opportunities. So here's all my expenses. Tell me give me some ideas on where I can cut costs. Um, Operations. Designing standard operating procedures. So it can help you quickly brainstorm what processes and documentation you need to implement into your business. Examples for this would be like, what SOPs should I create? Standard operating procedures should I create first for a small lawn care business with 3 employees? So you're getting ideas on the infrastructure that goes in your business. Second, identifying bottlenecks or inefficiencies. So it can help you get ideas on where processes are slowing you down and what tools you would need to fix them. For example, brainstorm ways I could streamline scheduling and invoicing for a mobile dog grooming company. And then third, plan and improve scheduling, delegation, and resource allocation. So if you're first starting out and you're wanting to know what task should I get rid of first? How can AI help me first? This would be a great prompt to use. What tasks should a small business owner delegate first if they want to reduce their work week to 30 hours? I'd give it a little bit more background. Here's my industry. How much am I currently working? But same concept. Anyone getting ideas on internal processes for their business?
No, but you are triggering me to remember about how important it can be to even have that separate moment before you give the prompt to AI to work with a prompt generating AI, so that you make sure that the information that you're giving it, like you said, delivers the results that you're looking for, since a lot of this is so very specific.
Yes, or I'll even ask it for guidance. I'll say, hey, here's where I want to go. What information do you need from me to accomplish this? And then I'll just have it tell me.
Okay.
Cool. So that's ideation. We're brainstorming. We're getting a bunch of ideas at once. We're figuring out where we want to go. Yeah. And then we move on to creation. So now we've got a bunch of ideas. We're going to pick a few that we like, and we're going to create some stuff. So in step one, we had it generate, 10 ideas for social media posts for a candle company. So now we're going to pick a few that we like, and we're going to say, okay, now I want you to generate these social media posts. For example, write 3 Instagram captions for a boutique gym promoting a new group class launch. Keep the tone energetic and under 100 words. So not only can it generate the social posts, but as of late, the image generator is very good as well. So it can not only generate the posts for you, you can then feed the post into the image generator, get your image that's exactly related to the post, copy and paste them both into whatever social media platform that you're using.
Kimberly, I do all my ads with this now all the time. Along with that, it creates images for me. This is some pictures on my Facebook page, personal page, that are been generated by that of me and my dog and stuff. And all my information, when I post it on my business Facebook page, it writes out a whole nice, in other words, than I would normally do, with all my taglines and my Google advertising done that way. So it gives it a new feel to it all for effect to capture a new market. I think it does.
Yes. And again, once it knows your brand, it's formatting those specifically for who you are and what you do. Yeah. Yeah, very good. I mean, that's a huge time saver. I mean, just think about like how long it takes to write things. We used to, back in the day, 5 years ago, if you wanted a blog post on your website, you'd literally have to sit there and write it out. Not anymore. You can throw a few basic guidelines into your large language model and it'll spit out whatever you want. And not only that, it's already built in. So it's great if you have the tone already programmed in there and it already knows that. But it even knows based on what you're asking for, kind of how to format the tone. So if you're like, I want a social media post, without even saying anything else, it's going to make it a little bit more light, a little bit more fun. It's going to put the taglines in there. If you tell it you're looking for like a professional newsletter, the tone's going to be a lot more concise, straightforward. So there's some kind of already built-in functions there as well for content creation.
Yeah, one of the cool things that you guys can experiment with on this is to with the personas is to give it a voice. So let's say you have something already written, you like it. Now you just tell it, hey, rewrite this in the voice of Tony Robbins or Oprah Winfrey or any other famous person. It'll go in and it'll write it and you're like, holy moly, that's just exactly how Oprah would sound. It's really fun to just, you probably won't use it, but there are times when you can implement it, but it is pretty amazing what they can do with that. So just a fun little activity you can do on your own.
Yeah, 100%. You can also build like different customer personas for your target markets. So maybe you have like maybe you're like a massage therapist, right? You want one persona for busy professionals and you want one kind of series of marketing content for them, and you want another for older adults. Totally different audiences, and you can kind of build in those personas. So then once you've built those in, you can say, I need a Facebook post for my busy professional persona. Make the tone, consistent with that. Yeah. Okay, how can we create stuff in the finance realm? So I think of Excel templates immediately when I go here. We are drafting budget templates, financial reports, forecasts, writing finance related communication. So emails regarding late client payments. So maybe you ask it to create an email, create a soft but direct email to remind this client that they have a past due invoice. And then turning raw data into friendly explanations. So kind of throwing numbers in there and saying, what do these all mean? Can you put this in a format that's easy to understand? Oh, no, go back. I'm not done because this is one of my favorite ones. Operations, writing SOPs, policies, and training documents. Oh my gosh, did I exhaust this when I was building my business? I mean, I literally created every infrastructure piece. I mean, think about it. Think about just HR, right? You've got an employee handbook, a vacation policy, training manuals for your employees, employment agreements. I mean, so many things to draft. And back in the day, we'd have to go online. We'd get some templates, maybe. The templates would not be great. They'd not be customized. We'd still have to edit here, put our own spin on it, put our own data in there. Not anymore. You give a few criteria and say, create me a standard operating procedure for this. And it'll do it for you. Prompt example, create a standard operating procedure for handling customer refunds in a small online store. Draft a safety policy for a small warehouse team focused on lifting, slips, and emergency exits. So before we'd have to either purchase these things or create them ourselves, and now they're really easy just to create right in the system. Drafting internal messages, checklists, and meeting notes. So for example, build a simple end of day checklist for technicians in an HVAC company. Build an opening checklist for a coffee shop, a cafe. So really any documentation you would need to take the tribal knowledge from your business and put it on paper. And I think this is especially important when you're moving from that just me solopreneur to where you're delegating, to where you have employees. So in order to delegate, you have to have some sort of infrastructure in which they can go off of, right? And I just found that this was such a quick and easy way to create and build that infrastructure so then I could delegate. Yeah, any questions here? I'll stop for a moment. Cool. Optimization. Okay, so now we've generated ideas. We've filtered through those ideas and we created a bunch of stuff. So now we're running. We've got some stuff going. We can use this to optimize. For marketing, we can refine and improve existing content. So if maybe we had a blog post that we wrote without AI or some other content that came from another source, we can have it evaluate that and knowing our brand. We can ask it ways to make it better. A/B test language, subject lines and CTA. So for example, give me 3 alternative email subject lines for your spring home tune-up awaits. I want one to be playful, one urgent, and one benefit focused. So getting some different ideas there and expanding the way that you brainstorm there. Suggest marketing automations and tool integration. So you'll see this in all 3, and this is really this really can go to any business discipline. Suggesting automations and tool integrations. So that's essentially, here's how I'm doing things now. Tell me tools that I can use or ways that I can improve this process. For instance, for example, suggest marketing automation tools to help a solopreneur coach send email sequences and manage leads. So you're asking it to take what you have and optimize it for you. Finance, this could be refining financial reports for clarity and impact. So taking a report that you're going to send out and asking it to review it for you and refine it. Identifying trends, red flags, and missed opportunities. So this is a big one, and I think that this one is probably very underutilized, like with the general population. I use it all the time because I just like to throw some information in there and see what kind of analysis it's going to provide. But real life use, this is essentially like taking your profit and loss report or taking your budget, uploading it into your AI, and then asking it to identify trends, red flags, and missed opportunities. Where can I cut costs? What do you see as my bottlenecks going forward? And missed opportunities. Where could I achieve better profitability? Prompt example would be like, review this expense breakout and point out any categories that look unusually high. So the key to this and why this is super valuable is that AI can recognize certain patterns that you may not see, or like the time savings thing again, that would take you forever to see, right? So you'd have to comb through this report, look at every data, plus minus here, let's put this over here. What if this goes here? You can do that all really fast. It can spot those. The pattern recognition is incredible. It can spot those things right away. You don't have to stew over it. It'll present to you, some of those missed opportunities and especially trends. And then again, suggesting financial automation tools. AI can suggest ways to save time and reduce errors in your finance department. Operations, improve internal communication and workflows. So can revise team messages, checklists, and updates to be clearer, faster, easier to follow. So really anytime you have any communication glitch or process that is subpar or not working, I would put that right into my AI. I would say, here's what I'm doing. Here's where it's breaking down. I need tools to fix it. I need a step-by-step instruction on how to make it better. Prompt example would be like, create a Monday morning operations update template that includes priorities, tasks, and reminders to a small team. I especially use this. This is where, like Tom, we were talking about before, improving communication. So this is where the emails come in. I am constantly, I'll draft the initial email, but then it's straight copy and paste right into my AI. And I'll say, this is what I'm trying to say. Evaluate my email and make sure that that's what I am saying, with the proper tone, with the proper wording. And it's vastly improved communication. I mean, the reception on the client end of things is spectacular. I can't tell you how many more positive responses that I've that I've won just by running it through the AI and having it just perk it up a little bit. Just, is it what I want to say? Not quite. Make it exactly what I want to say.
I sound so good at emails with this all the time, especially when I got a mad customer, and and he just comes back so wonderful and knows me so well too, which is nice.
I know. I know. It's a game changer. I almost feel like it's cheating sometimes. Almost feel like I wrote this with my chat GPT, just so you know. Just so you know, I am cheating a little bit.
You got to watch it though, because sometimes things aren't quite exactly how they should sound. I had to reread them too before they go out, make sure it's exactly correct too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everything. And then refining it. So if it spits out garbage, one of the ways when I first started, my prompts weren't very good. They were very general, right? So I'd put something in, I'd expect like a 3-sentence response, and it would give me like 5 paragraphs. I'm like, no, that's not quite what I was looking for. Let's redo that.
Well, it gives you two or three choices sometimes too.
Yeah.
How should we do? And also there's 2 on my screen. Which one do you like better? Which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of the A/B testing. Here's 2 things I have. Pick the best one. Yeah. Good. I like that. All right. Where are we on time? We've got like 9 minutes. Is that right? We go till 12:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a question for you though. Back to finance.
Yeah.
You know how my book's being done.
Uh-huh.
So what can we do to incorporate my books that you and I are working with to what you see here, to pop it out back to me to say, here's a problem, Tom, or here's a good thing, Tom. Because right now it's by guess, by golly, so we end up with a profit in the month the best way. What can it chat him with this? Are you using it now for your business?
Oh, 100%. Upload your P&L. Just ask it to dig through it.
Oh, I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, I would just a real simple way to do it is just like export your P&L to Excel, straight upload it, and then just say, I mean, I would maybe start really broad, say, what do you see? How do you analyze this? And then get in a conversation and kind of dig in a little bit more. Have you messed with custom GPTs
No.
at all? Do you have some custom ones built? I'm also building a custom GPT for my clients that is a CFO. So it's going to be completely custom programmed to each client. And its only role is to be that client's CFO. So if you're interested in that, I'm just rolling it out. I'll definitely hook up with you and we can make one for you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
I would definitely be interested in seeing that as something I can provide for my clients as well, or refer to you.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
oh yeah, I'll build custom GPTs for anyone.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So with the last few minutes, I knew I was going to go over. I have a lot to say on this topic. I could probably talk for hours. Let's go over prompt engineering, and then real quickly, I want to share my chat GPT and do some just kind of test prompts and see what we can get out of it. So prompts, it's the old adage that, you get out what you put into it, right? And so if we want the best output, we need to have the best input. So 5 things, best practices, clear about your goal. What is the end game? What are we trying to get out of it, right? And then we're providing it a little bit of context. So here's what I want, here's who I am, and here's who I'm talking to. Here's who I am, here's a background, and then here's who my audience is. And then specifying tone and style. So based on my audience, what do I, and kind of what I'm creating, what do I want this to be? Does it need to be warm? Does it need to be casual? Does it need to be really professional? Where's it going? And then setting limits, like I used to not do and get five paragraphs when I expect 3 sentences. So you need to give it what is our goal? So if we're looking for just a single paragraph response, then we need to give it some criteria, and then iterate and refine. So if it spits out garbage and you don't like what it is, then you got to tell it what it's doing wrong and where it strayed from the goal and redirect it to get back there. Yeah, let me see if I can reshare, get off my. Can you see my chat GPT now? Beautiful. Okay, so I've got some prompts. So first one, we're gonna do one for each: marketing, finance, operation. First one, just we're gonna write a social post, and we're gonna see, see what we can get here. And luckily I don't have to type, because whenever I have to type in front of a group of people, I always mess up. So what do we get? Oh gosh, it thought so fast today. Get your home in tip-top shape without the hassle. Our seasonal home tune-up package bundles minor electrical fixes. Blah, blah, blah. It's everything your home needs to feel refreshed and ready, all in one convenient visit. So it's 60 to, so let's look at our prompt. We gave it a criteria, 60 to 80 words. We told it we wanted it to be warm and upbeat, and then we gave it some context and how to end. Gave us our tags. This is literally just a copy and paste right into whatever social media post. Now, let's refine it. So we've got our social media posts. Say now we want a newsletter. So we want it to be a little bit different. A newsletter is going to be expanded a little bit more. It's going to be direct to your clients. They're going to have a little bit more background. It's going to be a different format than a social media post. So we're going to say change the tone a little bit, and then give it a suggestion. Maybe include a seasonal checklist. So in no time at all, you've got everything you need to send out to your client. Now, disclaimer, always read what it's putting out, especially in my industry. I mean, if I'm using this, we're constantly double checking accuracy and making sure our output is consistent. So yeah, review that, check it out, and then copy and paste it into your MailChimp or whatever your email platform is. All right, finance. And Tom, this is what I was kind of talking about. So let me stop share for a moment. All right, should be back now. Okay, so I had a mock P&L for a general contractor. It just has a bunch of income and expense categories, right? And this is what I was touching on earlier, Tom. So I'm telling it, act as CFO, analyze last year's profit and loss for a general contractor, identify 2 opportunities to increase profitability. I'm giving it some background, consider industry and location data. So I'm telling it I want to consider that I'm a general contractor when it's providing this analysis, and I want it to consider where I am too, because Bonnie Lake for contractors and other industries too is going to be a lot different than the middle of Wisconsin, right? So I think that's important data to understand. And then I'm telling it your audience is small business owners with little finance background. So we're telling it we want it to make it, we're not talking to a room of CPAs or like CPOs of big or CFOs of big corporations. We're talking about, we're talking to your regular business owner. So we need it to be straightforward. And we're just getting ideas. And then I really like how it leads to the next thing. So if you'd like a custom strategy session, so that's where we go next.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
What about this? So now it's got this analysis, right? It's saying, okay, I've got 2 ideas on how to make your business better. Now I want it to provide a budget and a forecast to support these moves. So I've got the moves. Now I want to see, okay, if I make these moves, what does my P&L look like in year 2, 3, 4, 5? produce it in Excel, use the same categories. This one might take a little bit longer. It did when I was practicing it because it's actually thinking. But yeah, it'll give us an Excel document that we can simply download and go with. Okay, last one. I know we're down to the last minute. This is one of my favorite ones. Tom, you touched on it as well. Client issue. So client calls, they've got these complaints. Help me write an email to fix it and smooth it over.
Yep, use it all the time. It's great. Not complaints, but emails that way. Makes it refine. It looks so good that way.
Yeah, 100%. The language is great.
Well, and it's nice anytime you have something that you're feeling emotional about to offload that emotional aspect to somebody who's not going to feel emotional about it at all. And it's just going to produce the results you need. And then you can feel better and move on with your day. It's great.
That's exactly what it is. Takes all the emotion out of it. You're just it's just an impartial email that's way better received by the customer than anything emotional.
Yeah.
All right.
Looks good. We need to talk about, Kimberly, about my stuff here with where I download the files and work on it from my end this too to get where I need to be.
I'll build you one.
Okay, cool.
Yep, I'll build you one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Danielle, I'll stop anytime or I'll keep going. Let me know.
Yeah, no, well, this was great information, Kimberly. Hopefully we can have you back as you get some more things built out. And yeah, it's a remarkable tool. I think it just really depends on us as humans to be very discerning as to how we use it. But doing it for these tasks, as you mentioned, is so valuable. So we can really focus our attention on each other. Great suggestion on that customer complaint kind of email, right? Or frustrated customer. Charity, I loved your addition of take the emotion out of it, and because that's usually where we get into trouble with our small businesses. So yeah, right. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Really great information, and hope to see you back at a future event. So
you got it.
Yeah, Charity, with that in mind, what are some of our future events? What's coming up? What can we look forward to next month, which is September?
Oh my goodness. Well, we've got a few things happening before September that I'm pretty excited about. Our Off the Clock next week is going to be great. A good chance to get together. But bigger than that, I'm really excited about our August luncheon because we're trying something a bit different. We're going to be headed to Discovery Park in Tahali. And we're going to be inviting Trinity Coffee Cart to come out, and we'll be providing sandwiches and chips and cookies and fixins, and it's just going to be a fun gathering, a really good opportunity to connect outdoors and get some sunshine and have a good time. So that's August 21st. Make sure you block your calendar for that one. And then I believe Danielle will be returning to speak to us for our Zoom into Success in September. And we are going to be talking then more detail about how you build a team culture for micro businesses and focused on retention, even when you're small. So it should be really interesting.
My heart, all about employee retention. Thank you, Charity.
Charity, did Beautify Buying Lake reach out to you? They called me how to get in touch with you for a meeting.
Oh, absolutely. I am always available for anyone at Charity. I'm just going to drop it right in the chat. charity@thechambercollective.com. And yeah, always available for a quick text if anybody needs to talk to me as well.
Yeah, that goes for any of our YouTube audience as well. So if you're curious about the Chamber Collective and what we do, Charity is our awesome, amazing development specialist in this particular area. So invite anyone to reach out to her. Okay, well, with that in mind, I want to thank everyone for being with us, whether you were here in person or listening in the future on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Kimberly. And I'm Dr. Danielle Lord. We will see you next month at our Bonnie Lake Collective Zooming into Success series. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Thank you.